Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom Aleichem. Heveinu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the names of the 15 murdered, and they will always be in our hearts and in our minds, and we say their names. And you've heard a survivor's story, a hero's story, and I hope that you'll be able to take something out of tonight, that you can go and leave here tonight moved by a personal story and empowered to live your lives, to continue their legacy and to bring more light into the world. 10-year-old Matilda, who would light up every room she walked into. Rabbi Eli Schlanger, our dear friend. The first one to show up at your door if you needed something, to put a mezuzah, a scroll in your home, to dedicate your new space, or to visit one person in prison on his day off and drive 4 hours there and 4 hours back for one person. Peter Marr, a member of the police force for 34 years, but he was here on the day as a photographer, capturing joyous and loving memories of families and children, and he was gunned down. Tibor Weitzen, 78 years old, who was murdered sheltering others beneath him. Dan Elkayam, 27 years old, a young man from France who came here to enjoy the best of what this country has to offer. He was playing soccer for most of the day on the beach when he decided to go with some friends to the Hanukkah party. Alex Clayton, 87-year-old Holocaust survivor, who fled the horrors of World War II with his family for a better life, to escape hate. And then he was gunned down by that hate. Reuven Morrison, whose family were here earlier. You've seen the footage of him chasing a terrorist with his bare hands, throwing a stone or a brick as if that could take out a terrorist. But you know what? He saved lives. He took the bullets so that others wouldn't. Marika Pogany. Marika, 82 years old, who would deliver regularly meals to those in their 70s and 80s, and she was in her 80s, and she would deliver meals to the elderly and the needy. Another dear friend, Rabbi Yaakov Levitin, who really was the backbone behind the Chabad of Bondi Jewish community. Selfless family man and community man. He could have pursued a very successful career. He was extremely resourceful, and yet he gave his life to the community, literally. Safia and her husband Boris Gurman, the first to be murdered, trying to wrestle the weapon out of the hands of the attacker. Edith Brutman, she was murdered alongside Tibor Weitzen, also shielding others beneath her. Boris Tedleroyd, a man who escaped the USSR for a better life here in Australia, to be able to pursue and enjoy his religion and freedom, and he too was gunned down here. His son, Yaakov, is still recovering as well. Adam Smythe, 50-year-old passerby, walking with his dog, and he too was hit and murdered. And lastly, Tanya Tretiak. Tanya, who I've come to know, in fact, many of these I've come to know through stories that people here have shared with me. But I met a young woman a few nights ago, and she shared with me how Tanya used to look after her when she was a little girl. Tanya would look after a number of children for families, and Tanya taught her how to bow her shoelaces, always with a beautiful sparkle in her blue eyes.
The whole entire world is a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge. The whole entire world is a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge. But the main thing to recall is to have no fear at all. But the main thing to recall is to have no fear at all. והעיקר, לא לפחד, לא לפחד כלל, והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל. לי, 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 to have no fear